everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous videos, we have completed all the backend APIs of this project. If you have not seen those videos, just go to description and check out the link. In this video, we are going to start with the front-end part, so let us start with that. So first, we are going to discuss about the software which are used in this for UI. So first is Node.js. So we have to search this Node.js on Google, and then we'll get options on download. And then we have options where from here we can go with the different versions. So I'm using this version, and from here you can download it and you can install in your system. You can also change this to Windows, Mac, Linux, or any other system, operating system. And let me show you the exact version which I'm using it. So you can also go with the exact version. So Node version. So this is the version I'm using it. So let me also show you the package manager version. And this is the package manager version I'm using it. So this too will be get it from the Node.js. You don't have to explicitly install this npm. Okay. And after this you need Angular CLI. So Angular CLI, you also need to use this one. So search Angular CLI. After that you will get started. From here you have to click on get started. If you scroll a little bit down, then you will get this option. Copy this, go to the terminal, paste it over here, just press enter. So it will install the Angular CLI in your system. And let me show you which version of Angular CLI I'm using it. So you can also go with the same version. So I'm using 20 version. So you can also go with the same version. So now it's time to create a new project. So here I'm going with this. And here we have to create a new project. So ng new Netflix clone, and I want to use this application as a module. So I'm going to make it as a standalone as a false. So I'm going to go in with this one. So press enter. And so first we have to go with no, this one. Then we are going to use CSS, and we also don't want this server side static one. So go with no. And here you can see it's creating a project. So we have to wait for a few seconds for it. And also in the description I have provided a link. So it might be the name will be source code or project structure. So it only contains the CSS and a little bit of modules files which is required for this project. Let me give you an example what I'm talking about. So like for this video, I'm just going to use this files, landing page, global CSS, and this image or this modules I'm going to use it, right? So this will be provided in the description, and whenever in the next part if any new CSS is required, so I will add it. Okay, so just go to the description and check out the link. Okay, and we'll wait for a few seconds to complete this. Now here you can see this has been completed. Now all the files has been created. Now it's time to open the VS Code, and I've already created a folder which is video, and in this we have this particular folder, right? And we are also going to use Angular material. So if you are not aware about it, so just go with this and explore about Angular material. So this is provided by Google, and there's a different components and are provided, so we can use it like button, card, core, date picker, lots of things are there, right? So I want to install this, so I have to just go with the material, get started, and this is the command basically we need it, right? So we have to just copy this one, and then we have to go to the code, and we are going to right click on this folder, and we'll get options of open in integrated terminal, and then here we're going to just paste that, and we're going to press enter, and it basically will ask for some of the things that need to be set up, need to be done. So it's asking me, okay, you want to, so I just go with yes, and it will ask for which particular theme you want to go, and few questions are there, so just go with yes and all. So yeah, I just want to go with this one, press enter. Yeah, so you can see it has been modified some files, and it updated the code, and we are good on this. Now we have to generate some files, so I'm just going to create generate a file. So ng generate a component landing and press enter. So it will create a component over here. So in the app folder, you can see a landing page has been created. And let's go to the app.html. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about the structure of this project. So we have a package.json. So in this one, basically we have all the dependencies which has been installed, and later point of time we'll add it. So it will be added over here. And like ng serve, right? So to start this project, ng builds to build the project and deploy to the server. So for that purpose, then get ignore, we already know that angular.json build files and those things like size and all those things configurations are mentioned over here. Style.css, which is a global CSS, we can say. And here we have to you can see here, right? We can implement global CSS, we can put it over here. And index.html, which is the main page of this application. So you can see the next fixed cone, right? So just put a space over here. And then we have app folder. So inside this one we have app.ts file, and then we have HTML, this one. So let's remove this all, and here just put router outlet. So basically it will route to the different page, so it will be shown over here. This is the main page which is gonna shown, and that will be connected to this one. So if I go to the app.ts, here you can see this is the selector, and this is going to be use it over here. So this is the first page going to render, and all the pages will be shown inside this one. And then we have app routing, which is there, and then app routing modules are there. So all the routings will be registered over here. So these are the basic structure which I just wanted to explain you, and I'm expecting that you have the basic knowledge about the Angular. It will be help you a lot. And now we are going to on the routing models, we have to write few lines of the code, like whenever someone is going to write the path as double quotes. So in that case, we have to route that user to the landing page, right? So I'm just going to write a landing page. And if any other path which does not exist, or we can say that wildcard, that also we want to route to the same page, right? So we'll just put two asterisk symbol and then redirect to, and just this, and path match, make it as full. So in this way, whenever just let me format this, and here right click, and then you will get the format document option is there. So just format it and save it. And also one more thing I want to tell you. So if I see here control on keyboard, I'm pressing control and a space bar, then I'm getting this type of suggestion, right? So make sure whenever I'm using the suggestion and then I click on it, it automatically import this one. Let me show you the example again. So if I control the space, and you can see the option, when I click on it, it automatically add it. So I'm going to use this way at lots of places. So you have to make sure to import in that way. Just save this one. And let's start this application so that you can also visualize what we are doing it right now. So what will happen is right now is this app.html, we are using this router outlet. So what it will do is it will check the routing, and it will go to this landing page, and it will go to find out, and this is the HTML page we're going to see it. So let's refresh this. Yeah, so landing works, right? So this is the expected output what we are seeing it here, right? So yeah, it's working as expected. Now it's time to create a new folder that we are going to make it as shared. So right click, new folder, shared, and then I'm going to open integrated terminal inside that particular folder. So ng generate, and I want to generate a module. So m module shared. This is the module I want to generate it. In this one, I'm going to register all my modules as well as, okay, this is created one more folder, so I don't need one folder, so I'm just drag and drop over here. Place. Okay, let me delete it and let me generate it again. That will be easy for me. And cd, go back, and ng generate module shared. and a new folder has been created and shared modules we have. This is what expected, and then we have to go to the app module. So let's go to the app module.ts. In this file we have to register the shared module. So here, shared module, and just save this. And now we have to go to the shared module, and in this one, as we are using the Angular material, right? So Angular material have lots of modules, so that will be common across admin as well as users. We are going to use it. So I have provided that some of them that you can use it, and which we are using in our project. So this is the shared module we have, right? So this is, you have to copy paste. So just copy this part and paste it over here, and then again you go back, and this is the material modules we are going to use it, right? So just paste it over here, and this is the material module. I'm going to use it everywhere, so I'm just going to put in the import. So here I'm just going to add like this, and and also want to export this so that other places or other whoever import this shared module can use this, right? So that's why I'm just also making is export. In the same way, I'm going to write this one, material modules, and also want to add few more things here. So router outlets, I want to use it for the routing and all those purposes. So router module, I have to add it. Then I have to use form module, which is used for the form, like input fields are there, checkbox are there. So all those we are going to use the form module. So I'm going to use the form module. And we also have a reactive form module, as we already know that there's two types of forms are there. And so just to explore this too about it, and here we have to import all these things below, and just copy this and paste it over here too. And let's format this one. Make sure whenever you write the code, after that just format this. It's a good practice for everyone to follow. And the shared module is done, and after that we already connected with the app module. And after that, now we have to copy the now it's time to copy the global CSS. So go over here, this one, this one. So landing page.scss, right? Not this one, style.css. So this is the theme. There's a lots of CSS are there, so I cannot write those all the CSS line. So I've just provided you guys, so you can use that one. So you have to go to the style.scss. So here just remove all and just paste it. So all the CSS is added for the global one. And after that, we also have this landing page. So just copy this one also, and go to the landing.css file, also paste it over here. And also we have this landing page. So just copy this one and go over there, and we have to paste in the public folder. So if you see this one, right, so we have this is an asset folder, we can say. Earlier it was an asset folder, but now it's mentioned as a public folder. So I'm just paste it over here, and the path is already there, will be there at, I think, landing. Yeah, so you can see this or already the path is already there in the CSS, so you don't have to worry, just paste it over here. Okay, and after that we have already started the project, and now it's time to write the code related to landing page. So let's remove this code, and let's write here div class, and the class name will be landing container. So the CSS is already there, so we don't have to worry about it. So div class background, and let's close this div. And let's see what's the UI we see right now. Yeah, so this is the UI we are seeing it, right? This is exactly same what we have on the demo video, right? And then we have to create a toolbar, mat toolbar. So mat toolbar, let me show you the Angular material. So if you don't know what the component we are using it, so you can refer it here. Toolbar. So this is the one which I'm using it. So if I go to the examples, you will get more idea of what exactly it is. Okay, it's not exactly same. So this is the toolbar, basically the header one, which is right. So these are the different types of toolbar we have. So you can explore it more about the toolbar for now. So let's get back to over here. So mat toolbar class, and we are here. We're going to top bar, and color we are going with transparent. And in this one, first we are going to write the code related to div logo. So div class logo, and then we have a mat icon, which is mat icon is like part of Angular material. Most of the things we are going to use is from the Angular material. So class, and here we are going to use logo icon, and that will be a movie icon. And then we have span class, and then we are going to write the name of logo or text of the one. So the pulse screen. So if I go back again, so we'll able to see this one. So right now pulse screen is created. Now get back over here. Now after that the pulse screen is created, then we'll put some space. So span class spacer, and then just close this. And then at right side we need a button, right? So that is for the sign in button right now. So we are going to create here the button, and mat flat button, and class we are going to use as a sign in button. Sign in button, and on click. So click is a event type. So whenever you user gonna click on that particular button, so the method like we want to call it, so that will be called. So here I'm just considered as a login. In the UI I'm showing as a sign in, but internally I'm using as a login. Not a worry. And we have to copy this login, and we have to create a method over here, otherwise it will throw the error. So login. For now this is just create a blank method. So if I go over here, I can see, okay, that button, I don't see that. One second, let me check what's the issue. Okay, so we did not saved it, that's why the issue was there. So just save this, and you can see the button mat flat buttons class sign in button we have to use, and click on this login method will be called. So if I go over here, you can see the sign in button right now. And this is the mat toolbar, and if I want to format this, I just need to click on this. It is already formatted. Remove unwanted spaces if you want, and we are inside mat toolbar. Now we have to design a section which is just for movies. So section class hero, you can go with this, and h1 and class, and here we have to write hero title, and in this one basically we have to write that movie, right? Unlimited, those movies, PV, BR class, BR MD, and shows and more. So if I save this again, get back over here, so you can see that, right? Now let's get back over here. Then we have subheading, so P class, and here we have to write hero, and in this one we have to write ready to watch, and enter your email to get started. So, and then we have to save it. Make sure you save all the whenever you make the changes, and if I go over here, you can see that, right? So always save it. And after that we have to like create other sections of forms creation. And before that, let's go to the landing.ts file of this. And here we have to create a form first. So I'm just going to create a form, landing form, and which is not so, and form group. So we basically deactivate the form basically to store and validate. So just import this. You can see we are getting it from the Angular forms. So you have to import this, put semicolon, and in the bottom, remember we are showing a year which is related to the copyright. So year, and that will be a new date, right? And get full year. So these are the methods we already have in this script, or JavaScript we can say. And after that we need a constructor. So constructor need to be created over here. And in this one, basically we have to write here private and FP and form builder and private. So this is to create a form, reactive form builder. So that's why we are using it. Form, right now we have to use the router, and then we have to import the router. This one, router, from over here we have to import this, and then we have to design a form. So this dot landing form is equals to this dot fd dot group. We are creating a group of form, and then inside that one basically we are going to write email, and by default the value will be like this. Blank value will be there, and there will be some validation. So validators dot required, and also I want to validate that this is an email address. So validators dot email. So we have to just write like that, put semicolon, and then whenever users click on login button, so in that case you have to route to the login page. So this dot router dot navigate, and so you can route the user to the login page. So but this login page does not exist right now, but here I'm just going to add it for the future reference. And I'm going to, in the app routing module, I'm just putting a comment considering as this is a login page. We will add it further. So here let's go back to the landing page. So here if I users click on the sign in button, right? So right now it will throw errors. So if I go to the network tab, if I go to the console, if I click on this, because this path does not exist. Okay, so the path does not exist, it will route back to this particular one. So that's why it's not throwing error. Okay, so yeah, we are good on this. So now we have a get started button, right? So whenever below that, so let's write the code for that. So get started. So we have to collect the email address, and then we have to move to the sign up page, right? So that we have to implement. And so in the get started method, this dot router dot navigate, and we are going to navigate in the similar way like ever, slash single quote slash sign up. And after that, before closing this parenthesis, and we have to put curly bracket, and inside that basically we have to write that okay, I want to pass this value to the that particular one. So as a query param, I want to pass it like if you notice over here. So in this one, let's say we go to the sign up page, right? Just consider it as I want to pass email address. So it will pass like this: email quotes test@email.com. So in this way we want to pass it, right? So that's why this considered as a query param. So that's why I have to pass like this. Okay, so query param, and I want to pass as an email. So email this dot landing form dot value dot email. So I want to pass this, so that's why I have to retain this one. So whenever users click on it, it will go to the sign up page with this one data, whatever it is in this side. And then we are in the UI, we are showing the reasons why the users use our site, right? So just go with that. So I'm going to write the reasons for it. So I'm going to just copy paste it for this one, but I will just tell you at least one I will write it. So title we need it, right? And title we need, so here we have like enjoy on your TV, and then we have text, then like watch on smart TVs, PlayStation, Xbox, and many more we have, right? So players and more. So we can just write like this, and then we have icon. So icon, and we are going to use the TV icon. So in this way, basically you have to put the copy paste. So I'm just going to copy paste it directly because I'm not going to write all the one by one. So I'm just going to replace this with this one. If you want to use exactly same, so you can pause it and you can just copy paste this text over in your system. Then we have a FAQ, frequently asked question. So outside of the reasons, we can copy paste that one also. Also, let me create one more FAQs, frequently asked questions we have, right? So over here we have questions and answer. So just make this like this, question, and like whatever you want to write it, right? Like you can add your own questions if you don't want to go with this, right? So I'm just going to copy paste some questions over here. So see like this. So I'm not and then we have to just format this, format document, and we are good. So this is all the codes related to landing page is ready. Now we have to move back to the HTML part, and you can add your whatever the question you want. Okay, then go to the landing.html part. So we have right till this one section, and then after that we have to create a form, right? So the form needs to be created. So form and form group, and then it should be a landing page, landing form, and then we have to use class CTA, and whenever someone uses submit, so ng submit, then we have to call a method which we have created it to get started, right? So this method we need to call whenever validate, and then we have to call this one, and the form is created. Inside this one we have to create a input field and a button, so that whenever user click on it, it will route it, right? So input fields we have to use it. So again we are using the same Angular material. So if I go to the Angular material, we have an input, right? Explore it about the input. So it is an input, so this one, and inside this is different types of there. So this type it supports, so just explore this all, it will be very helpful. And get back over here, then we have this mat form, and then field, and appearance will be outline, and class will be email field, and inside this one mat label will be there, and which is email address, and it will show as a label, and input mat input, and form controller name, and that will be email address. So if you see right here the landing page, so this is the form group. So if I scroll over here, you can see this should be matched with this one, and this email, and this form controller name, that should be matched, otherwise it will throw it here. And let's close this one, and mat icon, we also showing an icon, right? So mat icon and mat prefix. So these are all are part of little bit of Angular material, so you can explore it. of the design and what are the features which are provided under mat form fields. Okay, then we have to add some validation. So mat error, then star ng if, and landing form dot get. So get on this one, basically if any error occur, then we have to show the message. So hash error, and it should be required. So if any this is required field, right? So if email does not exist or someone's try to fill the form, in that case it will throw this. And here there's a small mistake, so I've just tried as a controller, so it is a form control name. So just correct this and save it, and then go over here and let's refresh this. So if I see and go out, you can see the email is required. We are getting this message, and then add another error over here. So mat error and star ng if, and then landing form dot get, and then email and hash error, and this time it should be in email error. So in that case we have to show enter a valid email, and after that okay, we are getting some error. Okay, here we have to put the question mark, and our error is resolved. Now we have to put a button over here. So then mat flat button class CTA and type submit, and then we also want to validate it, whenever the any error occurs, so we want to disable the submit button, right, or get a started button. So disabled, and in this one then the form is not valid, so landing form dot valid, and it's only get started. And we also want to show a icon, so mat get started enter, and mat icon, and that will be arrow underscore forward. Make this as a capital, because as per video I was have added like that way. So if I see here, okay, it is inside the form. Okay, it should be outside of this mat form field. So just copy this one, and see this one inside the form but outside of mat form field. So just format this, save this, go back over here again. Now it looks good. If I test, you can see we are getting a message, and you can see here if I click on it, you can see we are routing it like this, but it's not a valid one because it goes to sign up and then again get back to this page. So we have to generate a page, sign up page, so that we can validate properly. So let me open an integrated terminal for this folder. Right click, open integrated terminal, and then we have to just write ng generate component, and then sign up, press enter, and we have to wait for few seconds to be the components need to be created. And here you can see the component is created now. So now we have to go to the app routing module over here, and let's add a path over here. So path, and that will be a sign up page, sign up, and component sign up. So this one, and here we have to put comma at the end, format it again, save this. Now let's try over here. Let's try to test@email.com, get started. Now you can see we're at sign up page and we have that email address, and from this particular URL we have to extract this email address and we have to show to the UI. So this part is working as expected. Now let's get back over here and let's go to the landing.html, and then the next section. So this section is completed, and this will be, so header and all those things is completed. Now outside of this div, last div we have, then section we have related to the reason wrap, and in this one basically we are going to show h2 class raw title and more reasons to join. So this is a message we want to show to the user. Then we have to show the cards and all those things. So div class reasons grid basically, sorry. And then we have mat card. So again the mat card will be from again Angular material. So if I see, this is the card we are using. If I go to the codes, mat card header, so this you will get it from here while learning like what are the options we have in this one. So you have to explore more about how the Angular material works. It was developed by Google. And mat card class reason and then card, and then we have to use a loop to show, so ng for loop, and let r of reasons. So basically it will be reasons. This one will be going to check over here. We have a reasons, this one, right? So this will consider as a get the values one by one. So I'm using a loop to show all these values, so it will be show as in the loop over here. Inside mat card h3, and we have to show, so this is the two-way binding we call it, right? So this is interpolation we call, and this is one-way binding it is. So whatever the values in the TS will be just show over here. If any changes done on over here, it cannot be updated on the TS file. So r dot title, and then we have this p paragraph, and here we have to show the text. So r dot text. Then we have to show that batch, you can say, so div class and or icon, we can say mat icon, and here r dot icon, and let's close this and save this. Now let's go to the UI part, and let's go over here. Let's get back to the page. Okay, it's look quite weird, and okay, I think here we have to forget to write grid. So let's save this. Now let's get back over here. Now it's looks similar to what we have in the UI, right? Okay, now get back over here again. Now let's start with the next section, which is a frequently asked question related to this. And here we have to go with the section, and also we need to see class FAQ, and in this one h2 class FAQ title, and frequently asked questions we have to write. Questions, and in this one mat on class and FAQ, and then we have multi. So basically to extend and all those things, we also have this in Angular material, so just explore it about it. So mat expansion panel, panel or star ng4, and let FAQ of FAQs, and the class will be FAQ item, and we have to hide and show the button, right? Hide toggle of true, and then we have hash panel, and this mat and expansion panel. Let's close this, and then we have to write the header. So mat expansion panel header. So so if you want to explode it, or you can still go to the Angular material, you will get expansion panel, this one, right? So if I go over here, so in this we have this, right? Then we have this one, then we have header, then we are showing title, description. You can see when we click on it, we can other click. So these are the things exactly we are trying to use it, right? So I don't have to explain this is because you can go and explore it more in details from here, and you can learn like how there's different stylings are there. You can also explore it. Okay, like I can also add icons, image, and lots of things you can do it from here. Let's get back over here. This one. So span, and I want to show a question. So question, and here FAQ dot question, then close this, and span class and spacer, and after that we have to show the icon to close, and so on the basis of we have two different class and icons, we have to show it, right? So toggle icon, and star ng if, and inside this one panel dot expanded, and it should be add panel. So I'm just going to copy paste this one. I'm going to over here just remove this part first, so it should be not, and it should be lis, and we have to just close this. Okay, and then we have to show the outside of this header, we have to show the value frequently asked questions. So I'm just going to add here header, and it is answer over here, and in this one I'm just going to add FAQ dot answer, and then just save this, and this is a section I think is ready to test this part. So if you see, you can see frequently asked questions. If I click on this one, you can see this icon add has been changed to close, and you can see the values here, right? So if I go to the other one, similarly you can see it in that way. So you can change it. So now it's time to write the code related to the footer. So outside of the section, footer class and site footer, and in this one dev class footer inner, and in this one we have to put a span, and we have to copy a copyright icon. So I'm just copy pasting it over here, and then we have year. So this is the variable we have created in the ts file, right? So here we have year, and in this one then we have to write here pulse string, and just a common message, all rights reserved. And then we have a footer link that will be not gonna contain anything, but that will be better to have these links in your applications whenever you want to host or something. So this is the reference link, so I'm just putting as a hash, but if you want to add, you can just create a dialog or page, you can just directly put the link over here and you can use it. So just a help. So let me copy paste this two more, and let me just change quickly to privacy, and here you just change it to terms. Just save this. Now if I go to the home page, okay, it does not look as expected. Something we need to fix it, and we have site footer. Okay, so I think we missed a method. Okay, so this should be not div, this div should be not closed over here, it should be closed over here. Save this, let me format it so that you can see. So this footer will be closed here, this one, and then nav. Let's try again. Yeah, now it's look good. Now you can see the landing page of this application is ready and it's working as expected. You can see here. So this is all about the landing page of this app, this project. So in the next video, we'll discuss more about this project. So thank you.